I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And today, my special guest is Mr. Geary Senegaur Jr. Welcome, Gary.
How you doing, man? Glad to be here. Glad to be here, buddy. Glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Geary Senegaur Jr., proud native of Beaumont, Texas, and I am running for mayor.
Oh, okay. Now, you are a product of the Beaumont school system, right?
Yes, sir. It's proud Jaguar, 1992, class of 92, the best class that there is.
Oh, now you're going to get yourself in trouble with that, Gary. You're going to get yourself in trouble with that.
92 though, you know, I'm gonna say it again. Let's reiterate it. Best class of 92. Now, shout out to all of my Central alumni. Shout out to everybody in Beaumont. You know, I'm all about unity. But class of 92, I'm fortunate to that.
Some people might dispute that, you know, but we're gonna leave that alone. Now, you just said that you are about to run,
yes, sir,
for the mayor of the city of Beaumont.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And actually, I was speaking to a couple of people before, prior to this, and they were saying, Gary, you're running for, you know, your campaign's looking good, you know, but you've been running for mayor for 5 to 6 years because of the work that you've been putting in the community. So I don't like to look at it, you know, I know it's terminology that you know we have to speak those words because we are officially running for campaign, but I just look at it. I got a saying I've been putting out, leadership isn't a title, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I am running for mayor. But
now, Gary, many people might not know, or maybe they do know, that you have been involved in civic activities all the time, like Stop the Violence. Tell us about that.
Stop the Violence, that's an organization. We hit the streets. People, I'm the guy that has the casket, the crazy guy with the casket on the corners, you know, with the signs, holding the signs, you know, that's me. You know, it came to me, I was having a dream of signs. Just signs. And that was at the time, if you remember, I think 3 years ago, it was 14 homicides.
Epidemic, man.
Yeah, in a month, you know, like back to back. And I started having, you know, dreams about signs. And a lady called me one day and said, Gary, what about, you doing Stop the Violence? What about some signs?
Yeah.
And I said, I've been having dreams about that. So we just hooked it up and, you know, we got the signs.
So your whole goal with the Stop the Violence was what?
My whole goal was, see, when you see words, you do two things. You eternalize it or you verbalize it.
Yep.
And so, you know, I believe that's the power of life and death is in the tongue.
Right.
So when you speak things, you can speak those things into existence. So you're going to do two things when you see that. You're going to either internalize it or you're going to verbalize it. Stop the violence. So I believe that if, you know, that was just one facet of the solution for the crime, you know, out here. Like I said before, a sign isn't going to stop you from doing anything, but it's one facet of it. A stop sign won't make you stop until you have to stop.
You have to stop.
So a stop sign won't work. It's up to you. You know, so that was my thing about that. And it just showed unity. You know, showed people, it gave them a stance, it gave them a platform, and it gave them a place, a vehicle to be able to go to and say, okay, well, everybody doesn't belong in the front. And I'm fine with that. Everybody's afraid. So a lot of people don't want to get out there in the front and want to say, you know, speak up against anything.
Right.
And that gave people a platform to be able to blend in, you know, and say, okay, well, yeah, I like what he's doing. So,
and that just wasn't about the North End or the South End
worldwide. Or not even Beaumont. Worldwide. Worldwide.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Worldwide.
Good. Now, so now you say, okay, well, let me rise to another platform and run for the mayor.
And actually, I didn't wake up and say to my wife, hey, I'm going to run for mayor. I'm a very spiritual person. I meditate and I pray and I ask God to show me, bring me, if you want me to do things, then you're going to have to show me. You're going to have to lay it out. That's the type of person I am. It has to be in order. It's structured. You know, I just don't go out on a whim and just, I'm going to do this, you know, for the heck of it. No. So I started, people would just come to me. and call me mayor. Honestly, they would come to me and say, you know what, you ought to run for mayor. And my wife and I look at each other and we'll just like shake our heads. And then, I would leave it alone. And I'm going to tell you, this is what happened. We were on our way. This was 2 months ago. On our way, we were driving. My wife and I just driving, going somewhere to eat. And I got a phone call from a guy I hadn't talked to in a year and a half. And out of the blue, he said, when you going to stop playing and run for mayor?
Wow.
And I put him on speakerphone. I hadn't talked to him in a long time. And I say, babe, look, this my friend. Put him on. That's the first thing he said.
Wow.
And she looked I just threw the phone down. I was like, well, I guess I'm running, He said, I'm supporting you, He said, just go ahead and stop playing. You have a calling, and I see it. He say, so this is just confirmation.
Yeah.
And everybody needs confirmation.
So Gary, what do you plan on doing if you become the next mayor of the city of Beaumont?
I plan on being the missing piece to this puzzle in Beaumont.
Okay.
I plan on helping better infrastructure.
Yeah.
We've been screaming for that for 30, 40 years. Same streets. Same drainage, same sewers, same all of that. Education and entertainment, and also term limits.
Whoa.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
So no more lifetime politicians.
No more lifetime politicians. That's like a lifetime student. When you go graduate, you need to go and do other things. It's too long. And I believe when you're in a place, in a position of that magnitude for so long, you become stagnant.
Yeah.
You get complacent, and then you'll lose focus on who you're really there for. You're there for the taxpayers, not the establishments.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening now.
It's almost like concentrated power.
Right.
Once you've been there for 10, 15, 20, 30 years.
Yeah, you get like whatever, I don't need to do. You get complacent.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're witnessing. That's why it's stagnant. That's why it's no growth. Because I've been here. I'm gonna win next year.
Wow.
I'll win again. Nobody's gonna run against me. And that's what I think we're dealing with now.
Yeah. So you also want to deal with the downtown projects.
Downtown revitalization. Every major city has those three things. They have education, downtown, and the economy is high.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go? I'm about to because I'm in my groove now, Pastor. I'm in my groove. Let me ride.
Go ahead, ride that thing, man. Ride that thing.
Your crime. Whenever crime is high, you look at the job market.
Yep.
You have to. That's stats. That's statistics. That's science. That's law. That's nature. And you go there and you're supposed to be. My saying is, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Yep.
Let's just not look at the problems. Let's figure out solutions to eradicate the problems. Not just consequences for problems, because if you just focus on consequences, problems will keep occurring.
Yeah.
You look at the root cause analysis, conflict resolutions. You always have to go to the root so that you can eradicate it up the root, pluck the root up, so you won't have weeds growing. You can't just chop the weeds because they're still going to grow. And then you're going to have some over here, you're going to have some over there, you're going to have some over here. So you got to go to the root. So the root is the economy, no jobs. So you're going to get people, what's crime? They want money. You equate crime with money.
Yeah.
Okay, and crime is a job. On the thug and the street side.
Yeah, that's true.
So we should equip them with jobs. Take the guns out of their hands, take the crack out of their hands, take the pipes out of their hands, and replace it with good tools. That'll eradicate the crime.
Yeah.
The job market, trade schools. Everybody's not meant to go to college.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not smart, you're not intelligent.
Yeah.
You just work with your hands.
Yep.
So we need trade schools. We need to enforce the unions. We need to brand those type of things so that the kids will go. If a lot of kids, everybody won't go to the NBA. Everybody's not going, to the NFL.
Yeah.
But you can pick up a hammer. You can pick up a saw. You can build a major contractor
and start your own business.
Yeah. Then you're pushing entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Then you're pushing pride. Then you have then they're going to employ other people. Now your economy is boosted.
Yeah.
So that's just that one facet. Now you go to downtown. Every city has a thriving downtown. Major cities. Our downtown is a ghost town.
It is. I mean, we've tried that before.
Yeah, because I forgot the key word, diverse downtown.
Okay.
Not just all 2 Chainz, not just all Willie Nelson. You have to be diverse. You have to be diverse because we must coexist. This city is 51% predominantly African American, but it's still other people that live here.
Right.
You have to coexist with everybody. You have to put everybody on the table. And I think that downtown, and when you have a thriving downtown, you have traffic. You have people. Then we're calling this a tourist city with no attractions. So how is that? So that's my thing. And if you look downtown, it's so ripe. The buildings are beautiful, but they're empty. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So that, and then also what I was saying, term, we talked about that. Term, education, the economy, and all that.
Okay. So now you also want to develop a community center.
Yes.
So talk to us about that.
Yes, sir. And our beloved President Trump, he just passed a bill. I don't want to misquote the dollar amount, but it's a high dollar amount for zoning for urban zones, urban communities. And it's like $1 billion he just passed for community centers.
Wow.
Yeah. And we need to tap into that because after 6 o'clock, I do stats. I survey. I talk to kids. I talk to people. After 6 o'clock, I ask them, what do you have to do after 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Now, I ask the fortunate kids that has the ability to if there's nothing going on, they can go to the PlayStation 4, PS4 on a big flat screen, sit on the couch, eat some food.
Yeah.
Then I go to the other side, that single parent home,
Yeah.
that stay in the project, and they don't have a PS4, they have the streets. You see?
Yeah.
And that's where they're going to actually play Grand Theft Auto in real life.
In real life.
You know, and if there was a community center there with real people, then they're going to gravitate to that. Because everybody, that's God put love inside of us, and you're going to go find it.
Yeah.
And if it just depends on how, is it negative love or positive love? And I think that's a community center. That's why we need that, so we can facilitate the needs of everybody.
Now, you also want to tap into the education. So how does being mayor will impact our school system?
Because like I said, we're visual creatures. I believe in working hand in hand with the school districts. I believe in keeping them honest, keeping them accountable, giving them the tools that they need necessarily to teach, and not a piece of paper, and sidewalks if they need sidewalks. I've just heard the other day a young lady came to the job and said that we have to stand outside in the mud. And a council member stated, well, y'all been walking in mud before.
Wow.
What's the problem now?
Well, Gary, we see sidewalks popping up all over the city.
That's right. All over, yeah. You're right. So why not there?
Yeah, why not there?
That's it. I want to bring the balance. I'm not calling anybody out. I just want to bring a balance. It was said on council that we distribute the money evenly throughout the city. To me, that's not that doesn't make sense. That's slick. Let me tell you this.
Wow.
You have 4 children, right? All of them are different.
All of them have different needs.
So would you be a good parent by just giving them all just whatever? You have one kid that's an introvert. You have one that's an extrovert. One of them is going to require more attention than the other. You can't just say that's just being to me a sorry parent. That's the easy thing to do. Well, here I gave you $50. I gave you this $50. I gave everybody $50. This one can't read. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just give him $50. You have to go. You have to give according to the need. And that's when they said that, I'm like, you need people up there that can listen and think at the same time and respond to that. Because I would have jumped on them like, no, we're not going to do that. Because if this area only needs $1 million in maintenance and this area needs $30 million in maintenance.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep getting worse
because
and
the infrastructure is falling apart over
worse.
here.
Right,
You know?
right. So that's what I want to bring. I want to bring a balance.
Okay, all right. What about the crime in our area?
The crime in our area, and actually, if you look at the stats, when I jumped on board, Stop the Violence, I was working with Chief Singletary, Jim Clay, all of them, Jeff Coate. 2018, I wanted to bring the stats. It said Beaumont crime is dropped.
Yeah, I had a Chief Clay come on to talk about the stats.
So you see, I'm not lying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It dropped. It dropped. But now it's more glamorized. It's polarized. And I think they just need that guidance. They just need that somebody telling them, and they can see that that guy really cares for me. So when you know somebody cares for you,
you're willing to
that
listen
tend
to them.
and you straighten up. You know,
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to straighten up, man. You know, we out here tripping. You know, this guy. You know, we gotta help him out. You know, and I think that's what happens when you have somebody that's out of touch. That aggravates you. If you don't understand my pain, if you don't understand my needs, and you're a leader, that really turns you in. That makes you go over. That you overkill. Yeah. You know.
Well, Gary, now it's gonna cost you a little money to run this campaign.
Oh, yes. People always ask me, "What you need, brother Gary? What you need?" I need money and a vote. That's it. Money and a vote.
So if the people watching today want to contribute to your campaign, how can we go about doing that?
And can I say this first?
Yeah, go ahead and say that first. Go ahead and say that first.
I want to say this first. When I first came out, I've been this my whole life. My grandfather was one of the first African American entrepreneurs in Beaumont. Senegaur's Grocery, the convenience store. He started the washateria with the convenience stores and the gas all in one. And he wanted to compete with Walmart before he died. Before he passed, he wanted to make a big grocery store and you know, have it for the urban communities, you know.
Right.
And his brother was Eddie Senegaur. He was the first contractor, one of the first African American contractors. His brother was Dr. Senegaur, Dr. Edward Senegaur. He actually sued BISD because he wanted to be superintendent at the time, and they passed him up. He was the principal at Westbrook, doctorate, everything, scholar, man, you know, theologian as well, you know, belonged to Antioch, you know. Then he, in his older ages, he took sick, you know. So I come from that.
That lineage.
Yeah, I come from that.
Yeah.
And I want to speak to my Caucasian brothers and sisters. I'm not a racist. I'm not trying to, we're going to kill all white people. That is ridiculous. I'm about coexisting. I want to say that. I want to say that. Yeah. Because I believe I can make, if you're afraid of this, okay, thank you. To my Caucasian brothers and sisters, if you're afraid of Beaumont, I'm the man that you need. I want to make a safer city for you. Yeah. It's not
all of us.
For all of us. It's not about saying I'm from the West End, I'm from the North End, I'm from the South End, I'm from Pear Orchard. We're from Beaumont.
Yeah.
And if you're not proud of the North End and the South End and the Pear Orchard, or just one in particular, that's not good. That's not a good thing. You hear people all the time say, I'm from Tennessee, or I'm from Austin, or I'm from this. They don't say what part of Austin they're from.
Yeah.
They say Austin.
The whole thing.
I'm from Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm from Fort Worth. I'm from Arlington. You know, when you say Beaumont, I'm from the North End. I'm from the Pear Orchard. That type of mentality is what I want to stop. Okay. Beaumont. And I wanted a safe place. But okay. Back to the money.
Back to the money.
Money and vote. Let's talk about money and vote.
So look, so you have a Cash App.
I have a Cash App.
There it is right there. So talk to us about the Cash App.
That's it. $ campaign #4 Gary, and that's me. Go to that Cash App and you can just put all the money you want in there, man. Just put it. But no, I have it's a limit. You can't.
There's campaign limits.
27. Yeah, it's campaign limits. 2,700. You know, I can't. But the thing why I like the Cash App, because you can put it for a setup. Just say somebody trying to set me up, and they go put $1 over the amount. I can send it back to them.
Yeah.
and tell them no. You break that down,
right,
and send it right.
But now also, if they want to come and volunteer,
right? Please, we need help. I need help. My wife needs help. I'm gonna be doing different events. February the 23rd, Black Expo. And it's Black History Month.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing it like that. Is the Black Expo, Business Expo. I'm going to do my press release there.
Okay.
February the 23rd.
23rd. Okay.
At the Compro Event Center.
Okay.
And that's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's an all-day thing. It was beautiful last year. It was beautiful, beautiful.
And then on March the 2nd, I believe you said that you have a.
We're trying to do a town hall meeting for the South Park area.
Okay.
At that building. I got a guys trying to get the building. It's in Alice Key Park.
But they'll be able to go to your Facebook page
to
find out all of the information. And we have the Facebook page right there, Geary Senegaur Jr. for Mayor on Facebook.
That's it.
That they could go to and get all the information.
All the information. Everything is on that. Everything is on that page. Information, places, locations, times, dates. Everything will be on there. Just scroll it. And if you don't, then you can just inbox me.
And then we have some contact numbers for you available for the people who are watching today. If they want to contact you, they could call 409-499-9495 or 409-499-5732.
That's it.
And get in contact with you. Well, Geary, is there anything in your last words that you want to say to those who are watching today?
Can I look in the camera?
Yes, sir. Look right at the camera.
If you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. Let's change. Change has to come. You are the change. You are the remedy. You are the cure. It's nothing miraculous. It's you, and it's what you decide to do in life that you will see the results. So let's just come out. I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I'm the new mayor. So let's make that happen. That's that.
All right. Well, listen. Early elections are from April the 22nd through April
22nd through
the 30th. And then election day is May the 4th. May the 4th. So again, early voting is from April 22nd through April 30th. And then election day is May 4th. Now, I like to say it like this. If you don't vote, don't complain.
That's right.
If you don't vote, don't complain.
That's right.
You have an opportunity to let your voice be heard. And so I always like to say, just get out and vote. Vote for the person you believe has your best interest at heart.
That's it.
But don't make excuses if you don't vote.
That's right.
So I want to thank Geary for joining us, and thank you for joining us today on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood. And we will see you next time on our broadcast.